Alright everyone, hello, and welcome. We actually have quite a big crowd for this early on. Usually over the course of the pre-stream for Yakuza, it builds up to around maybe 150, 200 people, but we're already starting at 150 today, so that's exciting. Hopefully you're as excited as I am to see the endgame of Yakuza 5 after 2 freaking months. 2 months of playing the game, right? Today is Sunday, February 7th, 2016. For many people, today is game day. Today is the Super Bowl. It is the biggest American football game of the year. For me, it is Sunday. For me, it's just a normal day. I don't really care about it at all. Mainly because, the Seattle Seahawks got eliminated a couple weeks back there. And, that sucks because last year I was actually kind of hyped. It was the first year where I lived in Seattle and, my hometown team had made it to the Super Bowl. Everyone remembers the infamous, terrible play at the end of the game that blew the entire Super Bowl. And I'm not going to speak about that because many of us are trying to still forget it to this day. So, yes, to this year's Super Bowl, unfortunately, the Seattle Seahawks were eliminated in the round before the Super Bowl by the Carolina Panthers. And I really don't give a shit about the Super Bowl this year. And in that regard, today's just another work day for me. Today, I'll be doing tons of stuff. I'll give you an idea of what my day's like today. So right now, about a 3.5 hour stream of Yakuza 5. After that, I actually going to get my hair cut because I've got a nice little mini mullet going on the back of my head. So I'm going to get a haircut. After that, getting some dinner. Coming back home after dinner, going to be filming the weekend preview, which will be going live on the King of Hate vlogs tonight. And then after that, I'll be working on patron stuff. I'll actually be doing, setting up some threads on the forums for the perks for this month, which include, obviously, the thread for people who are going to be submitting questions for Ask the King, who pledged enough to get their question answered. And, of course, the big thing for this month, since we did hit our patron goal for January, is people who pledged $5 or more for January are going to be nominating games for the Patron's Choice playthrough. So I'm going to get that thread up on the forums tonight as well. And then once that's done, I'm going to be messaging all the patrons over patreon.com to let them know here's the information that I need, for the updates for Patreon to get you your perks and all of that. I need a lot of information, forum upgrades and, all kinds of stuff there. And of course, there's a few people who qualified this month for a private Q&A video. So I'll be asking, the information for that as well. And so that's going to be my night. It's going to be, after dinner, the weekend preview and working on all this patron stuff. And of course, that's not, private stuff to do too. Like, for example, my hamsters need to have their cage changed tonight, so I'll be doing that. All kinds of stuff behind the scenes. And so it's gonna be a busy day. By the time I'm done with all this, it's gonna be like, seriously, like past probably around 10 p.m. my time. The Super Bowl will pretty much be over by that time, and so really I have absolutely no time to even watch it. I have too much going on today. A few things that I'd like to quickly recap for those who have not been around the past few days, maybe because you've been busy and now it's the weekend, so now you're getting caught up on stuff with me. A couple days ago, Friday night, I released the new Hits of the Week over on KO Gaming. This was the highlights of the best stuff that happened during the course of the past week in my gameplay, featuring my continuing Yakuza 5 playthrough, which had some pretty brutal stuff, some really brutal beatings, burnings, stabbings. It was pretty gruesome this week. In addition to the conclusion of my Undertale pacifist run, which was pretty entertaining. Certainly I did not include all of the highlights because it's very simple. Taking 20 plus hours of gameplay and putting them into a 15-minute video or so is a very daunting task. So I'm sure there's many highlights that I left out that people were interested in, but that's why I actually put in the description of that video, I put links to the direct playthroughs. So if you want to see the whole thing, you can go watch it yourself, alright? So that's on KO Gaming. I see some people in the stream chat asking, what's KO Gaming? It's my new channel. It's only been around for around 3 weeks now. It's for edited content, which is where my game reviews are going to go, my highlights of the week, my first impressions videos, mini reviews. So check it out. It's over at youtube.com/KO Gaming 1. That's how you get to it. That's the address for it, okay? And then yesterday, I released a new and improved DSP Tries It. If you haven't seen it yet, that's on my vlogging channel, The King of Hate Vlogs. Now, I've gotten massive feedback in regards to this new DSP Tries It because I took it out of my old video editor, which I used to use from like the years 2009 to 2014. I took it out of that old piece of crap and I did it in Adobe Premiere Pro. I added in 60 frames per second visuals, much sharper visuals. In addition to that, I added in some background music and some editing skills, some production value basically. A little bit much better presentation in my opinion than the show had used to be. And I've got about a 75-25 split. 75% of of the people who watched the DSP Tries It from yesterday really liked the changes. They liked the improved visual quality. They thought the background music fit. About 25% of the people were like, I don't like the music. I liked the old style. And I'm going to be honest with everyone. I think, being that it is the majority of people saying that they are liking the positive changes, I think that it's just a little bit of resistance to change. I've been doing DSP Tries It exactly the same way since the series started in 2009. It's been exactly the same formula by which I have used the same editor. You know, it's been 30 frames per second. It's been kind of fuzzy because I never really upgraded anything, and I get the feeling there's going to be resistance. I know there's always going to be resistance to change. I'm fully aware of this, but overall, I felt when all was said and done that the episode was much better than the way I used to do it. In fact, a lot of people are saying, well, the music is nice, but you know, it's a little distracting. I disagree. I actually think the music adds to it, because previously when I did DSP Tries It, it was dead air. It was just like dead air, and then I would talk and I would eat. You could hear echoing and stuff in the background. You could hear atmospheric noise. Let's face it, you could hear loud chewing noises when I was eating the food, and it was distracting. In a lot of cases, it was gross. You know, and some people like that, but in general, when you're seeing someone do a taste test, you know, high production value is pretty much not, I don't want to say widely accepted, but appreciated. That's the word I'm looking for. Appreciated. I thought that having that music in the background actually made it sound a little bit more professional. It kept the episode moving, where normally there would just be dead air, dead air, dead air during moments. Now you had a little bit of something to listen to, maybe when I was doing the taste testing, right? And the bottom line is, now that I have taken DSP Tries It, and finally I stopped being lazy about it, which I was. I'll best up to it. I was pretty lazy about it. I'd always just had this template saved in my old video editor, and everything else that I've done now, that my game reviews, my edited videos, had all been moved to Adobe Premiere Pro, which is my current video editing software. I was very lazy, and I left it in my old editing software, and I was just like, do the bare minimum. Finally, yesterday, I was like, I'm gonna do a little bit more effort, and I think it paid off. And I think moving forward, the series is gonna be a much better series because of the positive changes, and I just hope that people will, you know, be used to it. Well, they'll get used to the changes. Now, if anything, the feedback that I've gotten is maybe the music was a tiny bit too loud, so I will lower that. Next episode, I'll lower it a few decibels, and we'll see how that turns out, okay? So, alright, so that is the bottom line. I hope that you will continue to check out DSP Tries It. We will have a new one coming up this next week, by the way. So, should be pretty good, and hopefully you'll check out that episode, alright, over on the King of Hate Vlogs. So that's kind of the stuff that's been going on the past few days. I've been only focusing on Yakuza 5 the past 3 days, because I need to get this game done by tomorrow. I've been talking about this recently. I really need to complete Yakuza 5 by tomorrow, because Tuesday, tons of new releases coming out. In fact, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to cover all this week's new releases, because there's so many of them. And I'm going to clarify this fully in the weekend preview tonight, but just for those of you who are on stream right now or watching this pre-stream on YouTube, I want to clarify something. I'm not playing the new Dying Light DLC. Apparently there's a big expansion DLC for Dying Light that's coming out. I'm not getting it. It's very simple. Number one, Dying Light is over a year old. It came out in late January 2015. All right. Not to say that it was a bad game. I actually really liked it. And it was, you know, what was it, an honorable mention? I think it was an honorable mention in my Game of the Year awards. But it's old. It's a year old, and I really have no desire to go back to it at this point. There's a ridiculous amount of new releases this week. We've got the new Naruto game, which a lot of people want to see me play, and I want to play it because I really enjoyed doing the one 3 years ago. And this is the conclusion to the Naruto storyline from the manga. So I definitely want to do this one. Like, I'm gung-ho, you know, jumping in head first. Really want to see, you know, see what they've done with the end of the storyline of Naruto. Being that I was a fan in the past, a longtime fan, and kind of fell off the series in the mid-2000s. Number 2, Unravel, a game that we all saw at E3 last year. It was very appealing. It seems like it's cute and unique. Combination of Little Big Planet elements with some really cool, unique platforming stuff. It's just such a cool, unique idea. And I want to definitely check that out this week. So those are the 2 things that I'm focusing on. If I have time, if I end up finishing up with one of those, then I'm going to do the other game, Firewatch. But that's the bottom line. 3 games are out this week. 3 new games that I all want to play. I want to play every one of them. There's no way that I'm not going to do those to play an expansion DLC for a game that's over a year old. So I'm just making that abundantly clear. It's, you know, I'm too busy. I really get the feeling you're going to have a mix of people. It's going to be people who just like to watch me play everything that I play, people who like to watch me do fighting games, and people who hate me, who want to see me fail in fighting games. They're all going to be turning out that week. I'm going to be trying out all the characters, doing the arcade mode, doing the challenge mode, doing online gameplay. So I need to get as far as possible in all the games this week as I can, so that when I get to that next week, it's not like, well, I've got 4 games going, you know what I mean? And now all of a sudden, I'm going to be doing Street Fighter 5. I can't get myself into that situation. I can't. And there's probably going to be a few days, quite honestly, in this next week, where I'm going to be doing double sessions of gameplay, and I just know it. I just know I'm going to have to, because it's going to be too much going on for me to with only one session a day, wrap up these games. So I already, tomorrow, excuse me, Tuesday, I'm doing a double session. Probably later in the week, like maybe, I want to say Friday, but if I do it on Friday, then I can't do hits of the week. So maybe Thursday I'll do a double session. I don't know. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see how things progress during the course of the week. If in some way, shape, or form, in 7 hours of gameplay, I don't finish the end of the game, then I'm going to do another stream tomorrow night. And that stream will be the conclusion of Yakuza 5. So I'm going all out here. I have basically around 10 hours left to finish the game, and I'm pretty sure that I can finish this game in 10 more hours of gameplay. Traditionally, the final leg of the game isn't super, super long. So I'm thinking we're going to do it. All right. If I do finish the game on my first gameplay stream tomorrow, then what I'll be doing is in the second half of the day, I'll be doing a mini review of Yakuza 5, where I take all the, different footage and stuff over the course of the game, and I put together maybe like a 5 to 10 minute kind of discussion of what I thought about the game, comparing it to Yakuza 4, and letting you know my thoughts. I'm not going to do a full-fledged review, because number one, the game is 4 years old. It came out in 2012 in Japan. It certainly wouldn't be fair to hold this game up to 2016 standards when the game is notably from 2012. And number two, the game's been out for 2 months, so I don't think anyone wants to hear a full-fledged hateful truth on the game when it has already been out for several months. But that could be a cool idea for a video that I will do for KO Gaming, and I would like to do a mini review of it if I get the chance. I mean, I'll be honest here, if I end up playing the game all day tomorrow to finish it, then I'm not going to be doing the mini review. So it all depends on how long it takes, okay? I'm going to get started momentarily. I don't have too much to do in the realm of plugs, because as I told you, I'm not done with the patron stuff yet. I have to get a lot of patron stuff done from the month of January. However, in my mind, I have an idea of what I want the goal to be for the month of February. I'm not going to reveal it yet. Maybe tonight, maybe in the next week. But, just throwing it out there, patreon.com/darksidephil. If you're watching today's stream, you're enjoying it, you like what you see, you want to see me continue to do gameplay streams daily, you want to continue to see me do on-demand videos on YouTube, you want to see the edited stuff, you want to see the vlogging, that's the way that you can directly support that effort and allow me to continue doing this, full time. In addition, I just want to throw it out there that in the description of all of my videos now, I have an Amazon associate link that you can use if you buy things on Amazon.com, all right? All you gotta do is click on that link, and then, it logs you into that session, the referral code for Amazon, for me, okay? Last night, we actually sat down together, and we're sniffing scents. I know that sounds pretty, wimpy to a lot of people. Whoa, a manly dude was sniffing scents? Well, yes, because that's part of it, is she needs to get a male perspective on scents, because she only has her take on what she likes. So we're sniffing all these different scents, and she's planning out her spring line of product, which is going to launch within the next month or two. And right now, what she's trying to do is sell through the remaining winter line of products, also which I helped her plan for months ago. So check it out, etsy.com/shop/theblackcurrant. Ginosagi just actually posted up a link to that in the stream chat for the 40 or so people who are in the stream chat right now. I know that we have over 200 people on stream, so not all of you are looking at stream chat, but check it out. Obviously, the reason I plug it is because we live together, we pay the same bills, we share the same financial responsibilities, and if she does well, that means it helps out me as well. And so, check it out. I only wash with her soap. We use her wax start melts around the house. It's great stuff. I would not plug something that I felt was inferior quality. I think this stuff is great, and check it out. There you have it. All right, ladies and gents. All of a sudden, I'm talking really low. I don't know what it is. It's kind of a tender moment here on the stream. All right, enough of that. That's creepy shit. All right, everyone. So before we start, I'm actually going to get this booting, but I have to take a quick leak. So I'm actually going to get the game booting while I take a leak. I'll be back in a moment, but let's get the game booting first. Here we go. Why am I watching this? I started watching the cutscene. Out of nowhere, I started watching the intro. I was like, I'm into this now. What the hell? I've been playing the game for 2 months. I want to watch the intro again. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not recording. Here we go. All right. We joined this cutscene in